All right, we are live. Good to see you. All right, let's go live. Let's go live. Hi, Jean. Long time no see. Thanks for joining. All right. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining me live tonight. My name is Jennylynd James, and I'm an artist based in Yucatan, Mexico. I'm going to show you some paintings this evening, different themes. We're going to start with our carnival theme. So we're paintings that I have created in the theme of carnival, Trinidad and Tobago carnival in particular. Then I will show you some abstract paintings and we'll end with jazz. So stay tuned. Okay, let me just turn down the music a little bit. All right. So let's start with this piece here. It is quite a big piece. 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters. So quite a big piece. And it portrays a soca party. Soca, the dance music of Trinidad and Tobago. So you can see the musicians and the band here. And on the ground, we have all the people who are attending the party and we are dancing to the soca music. So, this is a lovely piece was a great piece to paint, fun to paint because So to check out all the carnival paintings, please go to my website, jennylyndjames.pixels.com. That's jennylyndjames.pixels.com. And please like my Instagram and Facebook, Art by Jennylynd James. We have these characters here. With the Moko Jumpies, they are stilt walkers, but they actually dance. So here we see some characters in different costumes. One of them has the Trinidad flag. But you can see they're in both. You'll see these characters in groups. They're dancing. You have to get trained to know how to dance and not have an accident and fall. So I have two nice images of the stilt walkers, the Moko Jumpies. So these have some colorful costumes. So acrylic on canvas. These two images are Moko Jumpies. Now let's look at some more carnival images. This is painting of blue devils. Blue devils or jab jabs. Characters in costume during what is called Juve, the opening of Trinidad Carnival. So people would be painted blue or black, some of them, and then they try to get other people's clothing dirty. You have to run from them, but it's a lot of fun. It's all in fun. So Blue Devils, I did a mixed media piece here. So it's acrylic on wood panel, because with some jewelry and we have jab jab. Acrylic on wood. Find all my carnival paintings on the website, jennylyndjames.pixels.com. Pixels.com. Next, I got another carnival painting. All right, here's another carnival painting to enjoy. This is a young masquerader. This is a new one that I produced over 10 years ago, actually. This one is oil on canvas. So we have a little boy with his face painted and he's in his Roman costume, ready for carnival. So young masquerader, I call this one. Young masquerader, oil on canvas. And you can see he's very happy to be in his carnival costume. All right, remember to like my Instagram and Facebook art by Jennylynd James. Let's check out another carnival painting. So this is a painting of a steel band. Instruments made of stainless steel. These instruments were invented in Trinidad and Tobago. They can be used to play any kind of music, really, pop or music. So this painting, Catelli Old Stars, and they were playing a song called Carita Banca. That's why they're dressed in yellow, like curry. So we have a rendition of Carita Banca. They won in 1986 for a big competition for the steel bands. The musicians played tenor bands. Right? Tobago. Now let's look at another carnival image. This one is a stylized version of my carnival costume that I wore back in Carnival 2023. So you see the masquerader here, you see the headdress with plumes and feathers and jewels. So it's a great piece, a great fun piece. And you can see, the masquerader with sunglasses, etc. So it's actually a figurative version of me in my carnival costume, and it was wonderful to create. I actually have pieces of my carnival costume in this mixed media piece. So feathers, jewels on the dress. So acrylic on canvas, and then decorated with feathers and jewels. So play a mask. This piece is called Play Mask. And you can see the masquerader ready for the road during the carnival parade. If you want to see more of my carnival paintings and artwork, you can check out the website, JennylyndJames.pixels.com. Now I have a big surprise for you, for those who haven't seen it before, those who are just joining us. I have a nice big piece to show you. Look at this, 2 meters by 1 meter. So it is quite a big production. It's quite heavy too. But we have some traditional carnival characters here. In the purple and white dress is a character called Jennylynd. And Jennylynd is a woman with ample proportions, right, in front and behind. So one of these old carnival characters from the 1930s. Next to her in multicolor is Pierre Bernard, he was an eloquent storyteller. Next to him is Baby Doll in pink, and she has a pram or stroller with lots of children. And then next to her in black is a midnight Robin, who was also an eloquent storyteller, and he would ask people to give him money during carnival time. So this piece I call Humanity. It's a big piece, mixed media. You look closely, lots of fabric. So acrylic of fabric. The decoration. Humanity. All right, so that's our carnival segment of the show. I'm going to take some abstract pieces. Thanks so much for joining me this evening. Check out the paintings on my website, JennylyndJames.pixels.com, and also on Instagram and Facebook Please remember to like my Instagram and Facebook. Art by Jennylynd James. That's Art by Jennylynd James. We'll take a short break and come on back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me this evening. Now I'm going to show you a few abstract pieces, and that will be followed. This one I call Jaguar y Mascaras. Several reasons that I use images that I saw of masks on Mayan pyramids and temples to create this piece. We have these figures here, the bands, these knots, all visible on ancient Mayan temples in written book, and the mask as well. This is a figurative headdress. And then we have the jaguar that you see in ancient Mayan literature and also on the pyramids. So, mask and jaguars, this piece. And it's one of my collection. Now, let me show you another piece. The same thing. This one, we have figurative Olmec heads in jade. So I call this Olmeca. He had it, Olmec and jade. So I visited a wonderful museum in a place called Chiapas, and I saw jade carved into faces, jade carved by the ancient Olmecs. So I was inspired to create this particular image. Now, when I did this series, I put the all seeing eye in all the paintings. So I'll be pointing out the eye in paintings coming up. Here we see the eye. We see some eyes here. So as I show you this series of paintings, you notice most of them have an eye. Let's look out for the eye. All right, now here's another piece from the same series, All Seeing. We have the eye here. Looking at ancient or so very nice and colorful. I call it All Seeing. All Seeing. Beautiful colors, nice to brighten up any room. You can check out all my paintings on the website, JennylyndJames.pixels.com. Let's look at another. This is another abstract depiction of a headdress. Abstract depiction of a headdress. And here is the eye again. Right? For good measure, in this series, I put eyes in all the paintings. Series. We can have the two paintings arranged like so, or switched around and arranged in this orientation. And it fit quite well together. Alegria, symmetry. And of course, we have the eye in each one. Not symmetric, but almost the same idea on either side. Alegria, symmetry. One more in this group of paintings. This is the legend of Izamal. Izamal is a yellow city. All the buildings in Izamal are yellow. So we have some Mayan masks that are observed in archaeological sites. We have the cone of Manis, that is the yellow of the buildings. So legends of Izamal. Izamal is a town in Yucatan, Mexico. Legends of Izamal. So now this painting is just an abstract piece I call it Sunny Sunday. Nice and bright, beautiful colors. Using different techniques, I was able to create this image. So drizzle art, using a sponge for daubing paint, some drips, just a colorful, playful piece, yellow and indigo, some green and white. Sunny Sunday, I call this piece. Right, beautiful colors, nice and bright work, and great when it comes to experimentation and doing abstract art. Let's look at some more abstract pieces. Now I call this pair stretched, folded, because that's what I did. I actually put colors on a canvas, moved the canvas, stretched the canvas. I wasn't quite sure what would happen, but that's how it goes with abstract art, really. We use various color combinations, and we see beauty unfold in front of us. I particularly like this combination of colors. It's a great experimental piece. I really like how it turned out with the blue and red and dots of yellow. This one too was quite a surprise. So I just put some indigo with the yellow and white, and the patterns are quite nice. A lot of structure too, using gesso and acrylic paint. So both of them are acrylic on canvas, stretched and folded to create some beautiful artwork. You can see more, I have lots more of the abstract artwork on my website, JennylyndJames.pixels.com. That's JennylyndJames.pixels.com. All right, now to end this segment of the show, here we have a really big abstract piece. I call it Pasa Pasa. Pasa Pasa is Jamaican dancehall music. And when I painted this, I actually put on the Jamaican dancehall music as I created this. So we have drip art, we have spray paint. It's a nice mixed media piece, some ink. And so the drips were created in the same beat as the music. And then we have some subtle dancers with spray paint. If I come closer, you can see some gold dancers with white dots on them. And they are dancing to the music that surrounds them. So this piece is called Pasa Pasa. And this is the last piece in our abstract series this evening. Thanks so much for joining me. You can see more at JennylyndJames.pixels.com. Like my Instagram and Facebook, Art by Jennylynd James. That's Art by Jennylynd James. Thank you so much. We're going to take a short break and then I'll show you a few jazz pieces. So stay tuned. welcome back. Now we are going to look at some jazz pieces, and this is one of my newest pieces. I call it When Frida Sang Jazz. So just imagine Frida Kahlo singing jazz. We have a stylized version of Frida in a gold leaf dress, uh, a female saxophonist. I've done a series of monochrome paintings, so gray, black, white, and the musicians and singers will have one or two colors, usually gold or silver, to highlight them. So here we are seeing Frida Kahlo singing jazz. That's an amazing idea. Now let's look at a few others. One of my favorite subjects to paint is Lindy Hop. So here we have Lindy Hop dancers and a big jazz band behind the 1940s style. Musicians and the Lindy Hop dance, black and white. I've done this scene. So this is one version. I love to paint the movement, I love to paint the musicians and the dancers having fun. What's the point of music if you can't dance and enjoy it, right? Let's look at another one. So here's another Lindy Hop group and the musicians. A smaller band, but fun piece to paint. So we have the band playing music and then lots of movement for the dancers. All right. Image in the bar. So you have the pianist. We have some brass musicians, the drummers here, and then everybody in the bar is sitting around with their drinks. So very nice bird's eye view of the bar, as you can see. So it took a bit of imagination to determine how people will come overhead with drinks in their hands. Which you can see here, a close up. All right. In the bar. Now, let's look at another image. One of my favorite pianist, Hazel Scott. She was born in Trinidad, a child prodigy, and moved to New York City, trained as a classical musician, and then went on to be a jazz musician, so jazz pianist and singer, Hazel Scott. So this one I call Hazel Scott Sings. So we have the musicians here, she's playing the piano, and the band is backing her. So another one of the series of monochromatic paintings. Hazel Scott Sings. Let's look at some more Lindy Hop dancers, this time in color. So we see the Lindy Hop dancers here and the jazz. About 3.5 years ago. So we have the dancers are having fun out in front of the band. So I have one more to show you in this series. This one, the sound, is painted the tribute to a local jazz band or jazz bar. Cantina de Salvay, close to where I live. So I went there one evening, took lots of photographs, painted the band and the people sitting around enjoying the music. Every night there's a jazz band playing music, people take joy. So the Zalbai continue. This piece was created to portray what happens at the Zalbai every night. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I really appreciate you coming out here to see my art this evening. Please check out all the paintings on my website, jennylyndjames.pixels.com, and like my Instagram and Facebook, Jennylynd James, Art by Jennylynd James. Bye bye, and thanks for joining me.